Time capsule. How you doing? I'm just sorting some cards. What are you up to? Howdy. Howdy. Trying to get um some audio here for the stream. So I'm just being lazy. Yeah. Here
MTG,
MTG. Hey yo.
hey
Hey
yo,
yo.
about
About
up
up
a
a
CR
CR
game.
game.
About
About
to
to
sign
sign
up
up
a
a
CR
CR
game.
game.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
cool.
How's it
How's it
going,
going,
Bob?
Bob?
It's weekend. I had a
Had a
bad
bad
day
day
yesterday.
yesterday.
I
I
had,
had
yeah. So I'm
so I'm
just
just
hanging
hanging
out,
out,
taking it
taking it
easy,
easy.
taking
Taking
it
it
easy.
easy.
To
About to
spin
spin
up
up
a
a
Commander
Commander
Raids
Raids
game.
game.
Oh, a
Oh, a
spin up
spin
a
up a
Commander
Commander
Raids
Raids
game.
game.
Well,
Well,
that could
that
be
could be
fun.
fun.
That could
That
be
could be
fun.
fun.
I'm
I'm
staying in
staying in
today. I'm
today.
not
I'm not
going
going
anywhere.
anywhere.
I'm
I'm
just
just
trying to
trying to
get
get
through
through
some of
some of
these
these
some of these
these
piles of
piles of
bulk that
bulk
I
that I
have.
have.
You know
You
the
know the
feeling,
feeling,
right?
right?
Volume's
Volume's
very
very
low.
low.
Oh, I
Oh,
can
I can
turn it
turn it
up.
up.
Here.
Here.
How's
How's
that?
that?
Should be
Should be
better.
better.
I
I
didn't
didn't
just
just
didn't want
didn't
to be
want to
too
be too
loud.
loud.
Let's
Let's
turn the
turn the
gain
gain
up.
up.
Gain,
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 up,
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 up.
up.
How's
How's
that?
that?
That should
That
be
should be
better.
better.
How's
How's
that?
that?
That
That
should be
should
a
be a
little
little
better
better
anyway.
anyway.
I
I
think.
think.
It's
It's
sort
sort
of
of
fun.
fun.
Savannah
Savannah
Lion, how
Lion, how
you
you
doing,
doing,
friend?
friend?
I'm
I'm
just
just
Voltaic
Voltaic
Dragon.
Dragon.
This
This
used to
used
be
to
a
be a
good
good
card
card
unlimited.
unlimited.
Man,
Man,
not so
not so
good.
good.
Rograk. I
Rograk. I
got a
got a
few
few
Rograks.
Rograks.
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
come up
come
with
up with
some
some
stuff to
stuff to
buy
buy
list.
list.
I know
I
I
know
got
I
a
got a
couple
couple
Rograks in
Rograks in
here.
here.
Rograk,
Rograk,
Rummaging
Rummaging
Goblin.
Goblin.
Rummaging,
Rummaging,
yes,
yes,
this is
this is
Brody.
Brody.
Rummaging,
Rummaging,
rummaging
rummaging
through
through
the
the
collection.
collection.
Oh,
Oh,
good, the
good, the
chat's
chat's
working.
working.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Let me
Let me
try and
try and
make the
make the
chat
chat
bigger.
bigger. Font size.
Let's
Let's
go
go
big.
big.
Go
Go
big or
big or
go
go
home,
home,
right?
right?
Let's
Let's
make the
make the
font a
font a
little
little
bigger.
bigger.
Now
Now
there is
there
a
is a
major
major
echo.
echo.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Major
Major
echo?
echo?
Still got
Still got
major
major
echo?
echo?
How
How
about
about
now?
now?
Lots of
Lots of
echo?
echo? Ruined it.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Let me
Let me
know if
know
I
if I
still
still
getting
get
the
any
echo.
echo.
Card
Card
sorting
sorting
or
or
snorting.
snorting.
Put
Put
on
on
the
the
headphones.
headphones.
I
You
should.
should.
Let me
Let me
try a
try a
different
different
mic
mic
setting.
setting.
Do I
Do I
still
still
have
have
echo?
echo?
Still
Still
echo.
echo.
Still
Still
got the
got the
echo,
echo,
hey?
hey?
Was it
Was it
there
there
earlier?
earlier?
Man.
Man.
You
You
should,
should,
like
like
you
you
are
are
in
in
a
a
stadium. You
stadium. You
sound like
sound
you're
like
in a
you're in a
stadium.
stadium.
Yeah. if I turn my mic down. How's that? No better.
Better.
Well,
Well,
now
now
I
I
turned
turned
the
the
other one
other one
on.
on. Check,
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 check.
check.
Feels
Feels
like
like
Brody
Brody
Stadium
Stadium
and the
and the
crowd
crowd
goes
goes
wild.
wild.
Is
Is
that
that
better?
better?
I turned
Turn
the
the
other
other
input
input
all the
all
way
the way
down.
down.
Video
Video
capture
capture
device.
device.
Video
Video
capture
capture
device.
device.
That
That
should
should
be
be
better.
better.
Let's
Let's
see.
see. Then what now? Oh, I think we're down. That should be it now. Less echo still there. Should be even less now. Check, check. Check, check, check. That should do it. Hopefully that's it. Now it's better, but the focus on the cards is off. Gotta love live streams. Yes. Well, it's a thing. I got this rug rack, so I might have to bring the. I could bring that camera down a touch. It's live streams are tough because like if you have okay, so right now I have two cameras and a mic going, but the two cameras have built-in mics. So the problem is that the built-in mics want to talk, and if you don't turn them off, then they just try and do microphone things. So I think I got her figured now. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your patience with me. Alina, I'm just looking to make a buy list. Gotta put some cards. Gotta put some cards in. Rograk, is that worth anything? Rummaging Goblin, Rograk. I got two Rograks. Three Rograks. How many Rograks do I need? Rimrock Knight, Relic Robber. The R's. R. Dragon Mantle. Let's see here. Not much to sort. Scan, ship, and record some shorts. Brother of Fred, Twidstone. Yeah. Dragon Mantle. Let's go. Spark Tongue Dragon. Sparky Tongue Dragon. All right. How's the weekend treating you, folks? Hope you guys are having a good one. Ripscale, Welding Sparks, Togo, Renegade Tactics. Once I start, I haven't warmed up yet. I'm still cold. I gotta warm up. Once I start warming up, you'll start to see the cards sorting just fly here. Usually, usually ends up happening. Let me see if I can put um, this up on the big screen so that I can see the comments flying by. So that'll be good. Cool. Alfonso, not impressed. Ha ha ha. What am I? I'm flying down south in a couple of weeks to see my mom, Ed. Now I'm wishing I was driving so I could stop and throw a game with you. That would be sweet. Ah, brother and Fred Twinstone. Brody, you handsome Canadian man. How the Canadian bacon how how the Canadian bacon are you? We actually I can pick up some good bacon at the butcher block here in town. That's where the best place to get it. I try not to buy bacon at the store, like, like Save on Foods or whatever the big name stores. Because if I go to the butcher block, that's the local butcher. Um, they'll have up where we are, like people have. There's a lot of hunting up here. Like people hunt game. So there's like elk and moose and deer and all kinds of people who, hunt, and a lot of farming up here. We're really lucky. A lot of beef and buffalo farming. So like getting your meat from Safeway is like the last option. I like to go to the butcher block, and it's cheaper too because you can get local beef or local bacon or local meat, and it's usually a lot better price and it's a lot better quality. I'll be playing some vintage this evening. Probably gonna record a game or two. Zombie, you vintage player? Well, that sounds like fun. Where do you play? Do you play on a Discord server? If you want to have a game sometime, I'm down. I can I could do that. Impulse Impulse Pilfer. Where are you playing, Zombie? I used to play, man, when the coof happened, Young Pyromancer. Should I keep I'm gonna de-sleeve it. Young Peasy. I got almost like the fixings of an older modern deck here. I got Young Peasy. Let's throw Young Peasy in there. And Manamorphos. I bought into these so high. These were $20. Now they're like penny bucks. How does it make blue mana? This is standing, just so you know, standing joke about this card at like our local meta. Like we had somebody who always used to ask, how does Manamorphose make blue mana? It's a red green card. It shouldn't make blue mana, but it does. Kitchen table right now, but I'm wanting to set up and do that. Yeah, yeah, kitchen table's pretty good. Brody, how is the snow up north? Snow scooter and chains on your wheels. We got the serious winter tires. Desperate Ritual. Yeah, everybody runs winter tires. Here's a story. On the way back from Magic 30, we stopped and picked up a set of tire chains for the rental car in Montana because we're expecting Desperate Ritual. Past in Flames. This is like all modern recursion, hey? Wow. Past in Flames. I got the flashback deck. Desperate Ritual again. So we're like coming back, we got caught in a snowstorm, so we throw the chains on this rental car, Paretic Ritual. Another ritual. So we throw the chains on this rental car, and like it didn't last more than 10 kilometers before the chains gave up and flew off and broke, and one of them ripped. It was past in flames again. It was a hell of an adventure, man. And like after a long couple of days of driving, Paretic Ritual, arms race. After a long couple of days of driving, it was like the last day when we just made it over the state line into back into Canada, and we're like, it started as Snow Mishra, Excavation Prodigy, Brother's End. I don't know how good this card ended up being. If it's any good at all. We'll see. We'll maybe hold on to it. Horn Stone Seeker. This card was fun and limited. Seemed pretty good. Make you that Power Stone token. Haha, super fast. Brody is so strong when he does a push up, he pushes the world down. I started doing there's a type of push up that I start doing, and it's like you go down and then when you push up, you put your knee up so you're like on one foot. Started doing those. It's good for the core. Being a tall fella, your back tends to give out from time to time just because you're so bloody tall. So you gotta stay strong. You don't want to know what I did yesterday super fast. I had a bit of a bad. I crushed my finger yesterday, so I'm not. Ah, Brody, I didn't. Brody's tough, but like man, you gotta be dumb to be tough sometimes. I tell you, I did something dumb, and then yeah. If you're gonna be dumb, if you're gonna be tough, you better be dumb, right? Oh my god, it hurts. Yeah. Yeah. What are you all doing up? What are you all doing today? Hello, all MTG cards in review. How you doing, bud? Style is hair. It says in place out of sheer terror. We feel it here in Holland. 2. Brody Norris in here. Real push ups and hurt your finger. Card sorting, the bane of all collectors. Yeah, I'm trying to. It's totally. I got these trays, right? So I go color. I go by color. Like I got a bunch to sort. I got like all this over here. This is all sorted by color. So this is like task for the day. Uh-oh. Now I did it. Screwed it. Task to task. Brody's to task. Uh-oh. Auto detect. Turn off auto detect. I got a lot to sort. But I'm trying to like combine doing a buy list. Um combine buy listing and card sorting together. Got some stuff from Odyssey here. Cool. I can actually get going pretty quick at this. It's harder to do when you're live streaming and reading comments, but like it's more fun if you're doing it with somebody else to talk to. The best thing for that finger is to stick her in a glass of cider. Yeah. Dude, I'm not beans. You soak it in beans, coach, not cider, beans, human beans. Uh, Rotation issue. Coach, how you know you forget that broken finger is 3 pints? Yeah, well, like last night, I was in bed by 8 because, like, the pain. The pain, the pain. Yeah. Crushed her. Yeah, when you work with your hands, you need to take care of your hands. Turn to slag. Here's a cool card. Man, alive, there's another welding card. I should pull this one out. I could. I like this card. Turn to slag. The slag. Soak the finger in whiskey. About 17 years ago, maybe, Twiddler, I seen that in Atlanta. It was effing hilarious. My God, the pileup on the highway from people having no clue how to drive in the snow would be atrocious. It is. That's essentially what happens when you go through a city. See, we're used to it. Like up here, October, if you don't put winter tires on, and I mean like full winters, not all like I'll tell you, you know those people that are like, you're like, hey, do you got winters? They're like, oh, it's fine, I got all seasons. Amateurs. Those are amateurs. When people give you the old brush it off and say, I have all seasons, those are amateurs. Oh my geez. That's ass and then they're probably half worn out. So you're really asking for trouble. Calgary has some crazy people on the highway. Like if you try to like merge and pass somebody, they'll cut you off and man, it's just gets even crazier when there's rush hour and then people want to don't want you passing them, and then it's slippery out, right? So now that that road aggression just yeah, I combine that with no traction. It's a cause for it can be bad. It turn out pretty bad. True that. So up here, like you gotta have like straight up winter tires. There's like no excuse for like summers that pass October. And if you do get into an accident, like it's just yeah, it's just slick. It sucks. So you got to learn four-wheel drive, and like everybody's got a lot of people have trucks or all-wheel drive. Audis are really popular up here, or Subarus. People like those because they're all-wheel drive. Anybody driving a Subaru, they're friggin' awesome. We got what's going on, Stefan's here. Yo, my peeps, Cosmic Seeds. If Brody was Superman, wait, he's Superman. He forgot his trusty disguise, a pair of glasses. Oh, I could fix that. You can call me Bark Brent. Bark Brent. That's my superhero alter, I guess, what do they call it? My alias, my Bark Brent. Ugh, that hurts. I don't actually wear glasses, so that those are making my eyes bug out. Uh, Joe Tan and Stefan, how's it going? Can't believe I'm in this live stream. I never awake usually. Oh, I'm glad you're here, man. Yeah, we get going pretty early. I actually ran studded tires all year round this year. Audi R8 with snow chains. Awesome. Good peeps. Tanya, how you doing? Nice to see you. It's been a spell since Vegas. Where you at, coach? Northeast USA. Where's everybody at? Oh, got a gold card in here. Get up there. Bark Brent here coming to you live from the card sorting desk. I gotta finish up a hero or a zombie deck. Also want to go through my see this is the mistake that I made the last time I did buy listing. Like seriously, folks, I did my first buy list like a year ago. So like Murray's asking me, he's like, "How do you do it?" And because like a lot of people don't mail cards in and buy lists, but it's something like after you've been in Magic for a while, you're either we don't have a local game store. We have a collectibles store. So we don't have a LGS like somewhere you can play anymore. We have a collectibles store. They sell cards, but you can't play there. You can buy packs. They have some singles, but they, you're not gonna get uh, do a major buy list or a major trade in there. More likely, you're better off. You can't vendor a lot of cards, so to speak. They have a few Magic cards, like they're not, they have all kinds of everything, spoons and games and pops. And actually, you've seen it in the, if you go back and look at the petition video, if you go and look at the petition video and a few other ones, I actually make it into the store there once. But um, yeah, we don't have an LGF. So the only option is mailing in cards to on a buy list, which if you haven't done it before, it can seem daunting, or wait until like an event comes near or you go to an event with your buy list. It's probably better to do it in person, bring it there with you. But I mean, I did my first buy list a couple of years ago, and here's the mistake I made. Because I'm new to like being new at anything is a risk because you have no knowledge of what's good or what's not. So being new to any format, be it so you got to kind of be good. You got to kind of be able to pick out cards. For me, the weakness is Commander because I'm new to Commander. I play Legacy and Modern and Vintage and Standard. Or before it was, and now a little bit of Pioneer. But like Commander was like the last format I started to learn. So and it's such a broad format that it's really hard to know what cards. Dual brain. LOL. I've been drinking. New meme. Pippin A and easy. It would be nice if you turned up your volume just a touch, Brody. I can do that. I'm sorry I had some echo here this earlier, so I can turn it up now. I can turn it up. I can turn it up. Here we go. Let me fix that for you, Coach. How's that? That should be just a little bit better there. Maybe too much. Aha. So my downfall is Commander. That is definitely my downfall. And I should have run my buy list cards by Murray, who is like my boy local, or Tyler Friesen, or just somebody locally here that plays to say, hey, don't get rid of that. That's like a staple. You want to keep that. Some cards I could have kept a single copy of and would not have regretted it. But new meme. Sounds great now. I need a drink. It'd be funny at work, mildly toasted. Yeah, at work right now, Stefan. Uh, so yeah, I just like to take a look and try to get somebody to vet the buy list there before I send it in. I also buy listed a copy of Ball Lightning from the Dark, and I regret doing that because it's a black bordered card, and I really shouldn't be getting rid of any of my old cards. And then that card took a spike up in price for whatever reason, and I was like, I should have kept my ball lightning, and now I gotta get it back. And yeah, so like the newer cards and reprints, I don't feel so bad about getting rid of, or if they're modern cards, but like some cards for Commander, I just don't recognize them because I'm not super savvy with the Commander format. So that's good. I tend to keep only OG foils. Yes, we're working. I've been a huge buy list advocate since I started the channel, for sure, and that's part of the inspiration to do. I'm like, I got to do this. I got to figure this out, right? So, Ed over at Dual Brain MTG been a real good beacon to the community for all of us. Really, a stellar beacon of the community, giving us good insight and kind of helping navigate some things like buy listing and how to do it. So then I just said, okay, well, I'll do it. And I usually just sort cards, but Brody doesn't like to part with anything. Even if you go like look at early cards from the beginning of Magic, it's like I still have. I don't think I traded much. I like to keep my cards, so I have most of the stuff I ordered or opened, except if like I got duped, like or squigged, where it's like I shouldn't have I threw in my Blightsteel Colossus just to try and make a trade. Here's a card like Fires of Invention. This might I know I have plenty of these. There's another copy of it. This might be worth a couple of dollars, so we'll pull that out. It's a rare. So far in the buy list, we have the following. We've got couple foils in counterbalance, which are 85 bucks right now. And then I got three Skyclave apparitions. I don't think I need to keep the foil counterbalance. If I want to play it, I can always get a non-foil. I guess that I guess that would um I guess that's the question there. So say I want to trade out of these like foil counterbalances, do you just buy the non-foil version? If like I like the card, okay, I'm telling you, I like the card. It's just too expensive to to be sitting in the collection and be hit with a reprint. So I'm like thinking, if not foil, dump it. You can get it again. These are foil. These are foil, Stefan. These are foil counterbalances. So I mean, I paid too much for these. Then the Divining Top got banned. So that's how long I've been sitting on them, right? I've been sitting on a few of these, waiting for the price to come back to where I bought into, and I'm like, okay, well maybe it's time to get rid of one. So Fires of Invention, I might throw that in the box. It might be worth a dollar or so. Great ads think alike, right? MTG Cards and Rue, waiting to see if one of my supervisors has fourth edition MTG cards when he brings it in. Nice, nice. Interested in the foil. Ed does have an advantage with two brains, right? Exactly. Exactly. So you just gotta ask. Let's throw the Fires of Invention in there. We'll throw that in the buy list box. We're trying to get like we talk about on the morning show. Guys, I gotta say thanks for making the morning show awesome. I really love doing it. It's a lot of fun. Helps start my day. Gives me something to talk about. I like it. But like we were talking about, I think we're going to see some price softening for a little while. There's no real need to. I'm like not panic selling. I'm just sort of going through and re-vetting the collection. Ed said something to me a while back, and it's almost like when MTG Gaming Bob, you know, drops a little nugget of wisdom on you. It just like it has weight to it, and you're like, dang, yeah, that makes sense. But one thing Ed said to me once, and it stuck, and that was sort of give me a little bit more of direction as far as going to buy listing. His advice was go through your collection and like find the and this is why it stuck because Brody loves the bottom 10. He says look at the bottom half of your collection, like the bottom half of like you got the top half of your collection with your favorite cards, the cards you play, the cards that you've collected, the cards you're not parting with. But then look at the bottom half of your collection. And like you should be going through that bottom half of the collection from time to time and vetting it and make sure that you're not sleeping on opportunities to shift some of that bottom half of your collection. Like, let's just say, for argument's sake, you take the bottom half of your entire collection and you trade it in, regardless of what it is. Just the whole from 50% of your collection, the bottom half of your collection, and you trade it in on a buy list. Brea's Apprentice. This might, I don't know if this is good, but and then you trade it in, and then like take that bottom half of your collection and then slingshot it and get some cards that are like at the very put themselves at the very front of your collection, like you're like the trading in the bottom half cards from the bottom half of your collection for something that's going to be in the top 5% of your collection or 10% or favorites. So that's sort of like turning over the chaff in your collection, and that's a way to like make sure you keep going through those cards that you might, might have some value. I wonder if this is worth $1. Freya's Apprentice from Modern Horizons. I don't know. Well, let's throw it in the box anyway. So that was sort of something that Ed told me once upon a time, and it just stuck. It made sense. I said, okay, well, if it's in the bottom half of the collection, don't worry about it too much. But if it's in the top half of the collection, you should be sort of questioning yourself whether or not you should be getting rid of it. And the part that's hard for me is knowing is like, should this be in the top half of my collection? It's a commander staple, like commander staples. Like I'm starting to learn like I should keep at least a one of or a couple of certain commander staples. Like there's no sense in getting rid of a card just because you're not playing it right now. Is it possible to buy list all the stuff under $1? Yes, yes it is. If you can, Lion, definitely. Twiddler says, I love it too. I get to start my day and have a coffee with Brody every morning. Thanks, Twids. I like the game, the fun gaming aspect over on your channel. Uh, just to talk a little bit about YouTube, maybe super fast tortoise, and just have a little bit of conversation about like what gets like YouTube in general is a weird environment, right? Like it's very political on YouTube. There's a lot of politics on YouTube. I try and stay away from that. I find that there's already enough politics out there in the world, and like we don't need any more of it. So I really doing the channel and the morning show, and I like making jokes and everything and trying to stay relevant, but it's really just a way to try and like create something in an environment that is you know fun and enjoyable for people to take part in that doesn't really have much of that, although Magic has its own form of politics when it comes to reserve lists and cards, and that seems to be like enough in the world, doesn't it? I like keeping politics away from my channel. Yeah, right. Thanks, Lion. Lion says, have some fun, peeps. A fine day and a weekend here. There. Thanks, Savannah Lion. Appreciate you for stopping in. Trading is difficult. You usually trade with a friend and you don't want to offload reprints to their good cards, right? No doubt. No doubt. I missed a comment from Dual Brain there. 5 cents is not really worth your time. I have like 150K under $1. Yeah. So those politics are totally different, right? Take care, Savannah Lion. Goedemiddag in het Nederlands. So yeah, it's good because what do you do with the stuff too? And it's like some of it's I almost thought like going through chaff, I'd say, well, like is there you can drop it off at a game store, I guess, in the free bin, and then kids can go through it. We have a collectible store here where I guess you could donate some cards that, rather than throw them away or shred them, like kids, players that don't have funds can probably get some use out of some of the cards. The other option is to send them into a buy list, and like there's shipping and stuff, and how much of your time are you willing to spend? If you're sorting cards anyway, like this is what I do. I go by color. and then alphabetically. So this is I sort of do that at the same time, and then I'll start pulling out like cards that I'm like, hey, that might be a couple of dollars, that might be 50 cents, that might be a dollar. Start firing it into a box, and then if I see something spike like on the movers and the shakers because it's like super popular, counterbalance, like that's one that I've been like I got so I got dunked on with that card. So I'm just been waiting. It's like you could get salty and just get rid of it right away for a third of what you paid for it, or you could wait and see if it becomes good again. Cosmic didn't say get rid of it, put it aside, some poop, pops, then sell as bulk if needed. But those politics are totally different. Didn't say get rid of it, put it aside. Bottleneck is the shipping. Takes a damn hour to pack it all or so. Yeah, right? I'd like to pay a fiduciary to actively manage my collection, of course. Is that even a thing? Yes. For yes. By set, rarity, color. Yeah. Dual Brain goes by set, rarity, color alphabetically. I take more of a player's mentality rather than the collector's mentality. Mine stuff's like I have a red box. It's like I got some pretty sweet boxes. One, two, three, four. I got 5 slot custom 5 slot dividers. Um, Kind of unlike anything you've ever seen. I might show you one here. I'm thinking about trading in a crap ton of cards to get higher tier cards. Was going to build a bulk repacks to sell, but I have to claim that. So I think buy listing's the way to go. Yeah, that could be reselling. Yes. I want to know how the taxing, like, how does buy listing go? Like, that's trading, right? Like, taxation is, what do they say? How do they say it? Taxation is theft. I believe that's they just straight up say. So, like, buy listing falls into trading, doesn't it? Unless they're giving you cash, right? We're talking like just so we're just so everyone understands. I'm not doing buy listing for cash. I'm doing buy listing for trade in, and the reason I'm doing trade in is because you get a little bit more. Log War Marshal. Is this a list card? No, it's Time Spiral Remastered. I think it's actually a couple of dollars. We'll put that in the thing. Henchman. So yeah, I'm looking at getting a couple of cards, and like I think I have time to get a nice buy list together here for the next 3 to 6 months, maybe late going into fall time. Um, Wait for some prices to kind of come down. Let's see how much. Oh, I'm really interested to see what happens here in the next month or so over at Wizards. Crimson Fleet Commodore, Shivan Dragon, 17th edition. 17th edition Shivan Dragon. I don't even know if it's worth $1. Twiddlers breaks are always expensive. I miss the old days of random pack sales at decent prices with bonuses. I have a Floyd Mayweather autograph while working at Tower Records. Wow. You got a Floyd Mayweather autograph? Crazy. I had a buddy who got his basic island signed by Fred Penner because he came to town and did like a kids show. And he said it's the only thing he had to get signed is like his basic island. So he got Fred Penner to sign his islands. That's pretty awesome. But a Floyd Mayweather autograph would be pretty cool. That's good. No, it's a free card, Brody. Oh, that 17th edition is a free card? So it's not worth anything. Yeah, right? Totally. That was the one they gave away for free, now that you say it. Yes. Smelt. Let's keep going. Desperate Ravings. We got all kinds of stuff. We got Masters D, Desperate Raving, Curd Ape. Oh my God, some more Curd Apes. Oh, frickin' Curd Ape. Yeah. Salivating Gremlins. A Braid. A Braid, that's a good card, right? Like a modern staple. There's some playable stuff. Salivating Gremlins. Different from the main set. It is. It's from a welcome deck. Yes, that's from the free card intro in M17. That was the free one, indeed. Yes, it was. Now they like the mouse was off the wheel for a second there. Now that you mentioned it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's why it's got the odd logo on there. That was the freebie. Oh yeah, a couple of braids. Goblin Cavalier. Anything with a G goes into Goblin. Gringing English. Shivan Meteor. Look at that freaking meteor coming through a porthole of some kind. Sivan Meteor. The Monty Twiddler MTG Casino coming to a city near you. I like that idea. Azul's Fury. Spitfire Lagak. Akum Hellbound. Alt Art. The Akumi Hellbound. Okay. Pyroclasmic Helion. Akum Hellhound. Teeter Peak Ambusher. Tormenting Voice. It's not as good as Sad Mom Hug, but that's okay. Souls Fire, Teeter Peak Ambush, Dragon Egg. Anybody playing any games this weekend? Are you stoked to be heading to Philadelphia, Ed? Like, tell us a little more about that. That seems like an epic trip waiting to happen. QRS, Submit Sprint. That's the one that gives haste. This is actually a good card. Okay, so this card here, Submit Sprint, 1 mana instant speed. Target creature gets 2/1 and gains haste. Until end of turn, this is a game-winning card if you can put it on Blightsteel Colossus on turn 1. So, I mean, a card like this seems good. 2/1 and haste. And Scry 1. That's where I want to play that. I want to turn 1 that with Blightsteel Colossus and Oath of Druids. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Devouring Helion, Invading Manticore, Deface, Honor Guard of the Pharaoh. We got some Hour of Devastation, Turret Ogre. Bring in a huge buy list to Philadelphia so I can get something sick or a few things. Mine is sort of based on main and CK filters. Hard Kingdom filters. Oh. Quality, rarity, handpicked by me. I'll find some gems. Is TCG Player or Card King are better for buy listing? I've never used TCG Player ever. I've stayed away from it. I use Card Kingdom. They're reputable. I bought vintage packs from them as well. Another reason I really like I think Ed and I sort of get along straight out the gate was like the vintage packs and like where are you gonna get them? Card Kingdom's a pretty good place to get it. We were running out of places to get near mint cards, right? So like I was starting to like wonder if there was ever any near mint cards left because the grade just kept going down. TCG Player seems more like player to player trading. I don't think it's like a store. It's like a oh I think I could be wrong here. I could be misspeaking big time here, but I think TCG Player is like more of like an open, more of like an eBay sort of an open source buying and selling community, whereas Card Kingdom's like a store. They have bricks and mortar, whereas TCG Player is like it's like members who buy and sell on there. I guess you have like definitely got some places have like a store, right? And there's dealers and higher end stuff, but like Card Kingdom is like Mox Boarding House out of Seattle. Like they have I don't know how many stores they have, but they have like that's the company you're dealing with. I would like Legion Loyalist. Here's a card. This is all from a Boros Challenger deck. Legion War Boss. There's another card. Should I? Is this buy listable? Legion Loyalist and Legion War Boss. Some of these decent goblins. Let's throw them in there. Loyalists are rare. It's out of a Challenger deck. I don't know if it'll give us anything. Val Duke, the Keeper of the Flame. I don't know if we're gonna Val Duke that. Skullcrack. That's a card for modern. It might be worth a couple of bucks. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. Deals 3 damage to target player. This is like, I don't know, it's a burn card. Crack your skull. I gotta check to make sure I don't want to keep that for commander. See, that's the part that gets me. It's like, oh, it's not good in modern, and oh wait, but there's commander. Reckless breaches, brazen plunderer. Alrighty. I never use Card Kingdom, only TCG player, so it'll be new to me. Oh, cool. So like it's like different strokes for different spokes, right? Card Kingdom in the comments, you can say send an email before finalizing your trade. Oh, that way you can complain on bad grading. I love opening those awesome old packs. I never used Card Kingdom, only TCG player, so it'll be a new one to me. Yeah, if you've used TCG Player, you must have been having pretty decent results, right? I remember Brody's debut on DJs. He was so stoked he opened a Legends pack right after I bounced for the night, right? Yeah, that was the very first. Yes, I was so I was like DJs like anybody. I was the very first live stream I ever did, and I don't know. I'm such an Brody is such an amateur, but I had a lot of fun. So I was so excited, and then I was like, I got this pack I want to open, and then boom, I was like, oh my god, Ed's here, and then Ed bounced. I was like, okay, fine, I'll open this pack, and then we opened the Legends pack. That was a lot of fun. I won't forget it. It's good, like some things it's like making memories, right? It's good. Like, some stuff it's like, oh, if I could just go back and do it again, I would have done it differently. But like sometimes you just gotta swing with everything you got, I guess. Scrapper champion. Raptor hatchling. Boned horny crest. Foils. I'll look into it then. Gotta bounce. I'll sit here and watch my chat on my time away. Prime 406, yo! I accidentally spent hundreds of dollars on more promo packs. Well, a few days ago. I was screaming in the comments as to where the rare was, right? I know, right? I'm like, okay, now I forget the order, right? But I did end up getting the order right. I was like ready to roll the pack the wrong way, and then I was like, no, wait, it's this way, and then it's like, no, yeah. That's another thing too, like planning stuff. It's like before you do a pack opening, maybe do a little research to make sure you got the order right so that you can roll it properly. Ib Halfheart, Goblin Tactician. Another goblin you control becomes blocked. Sacrifice it if you do. It deals 4 damage to each creature blocking it. Sack 2 mountains, put 2/1/1s into play. He's neat. He's a list card though. I don't know how good he is. Hi! Ooh, what one? Subprime? I was screaming. Oh, it's super nuts. Little Ib Halfheart. I don't know if he's worth a buck or two, but Weary Prisoner, Volder and Epicure, Spark Tongue Dragon can't be worth another Volcanic Dragon. If I had $1 for all these volcanic dragons, just a bulk. Phoenix of Ash is a rare. Oh, how good. Might be worth something. I don't know. We'll have to check. Claymore Shaman. This is a card Claymore Shaman. I really like playing this card. Riot. So when it enters the battlefield, your choice of a 1/1 counter or haste. And then when it attacks, target creature and opponent controls can't block. So like this was a good card in limited in Ravnica because it's like that on crop crasher. But like it like making your opponent's stuff not be able to block for a turn can actually just win the game, it turns out. That's pretty good. So the Claymore Shaman, a decent card. Turret Ogre. Turret Ogre. Hey, Ogre. Ogre. I am an ogre. Twiddler, I can advise some promo packs are better than others. Cosmic Seed says, I would if you have a niche MTG area to his Brody. Problem is with packet opening research, sometimes it's US print and sometimes it's Belgium. As long as I can get a decent price, I'm hoarding up everything I can get. That's for sure. Research. Do DYOR. Do your own research. Another Moggy War Marshal. That might be $1. I'm not sure. Kark the Thumbless. Is he played? Goblin Wizard? I'm sure he's a commander, right? Whenever you cast an instant sorceries, flip a coin. If you lose, return that spell to owner's hand. If you do, copy it. partner, Kark the Thumbless. Do we buy list Kark the Thumbless or do we keep him as a commander staple? This is where I struggle. Part of me wants to just throw it in the bin, in the box. Goodbye, Clark the Thumbless. And then part of me is like, no, he's needs to stay. You could put another 99 cards with him and have a sweet deck. But that's I'm on my third commander deck. Core 2020, I have a couple. Hard to find, very expensive. Kaladesh ones. Can open inventions. Oh, really? So the Kaladesh, really? That's clever, Mr. Brain. The thinkiness, man. Let's throw Kark in the box. We can always take him out. Kark. I almost ended up as Brody the Thumbless yesterday. I just about did. Oh my gosh. Oh. Renegade Tactics, Dragon's Eggs. Okay, so there's a Kark the Thumbless in that buy list box now. I don't know. I'll have to ask Murray. Ugin's Fate and Alt Art. We got a chat on Discord, back and forth. 2020, so on and so forth. Yes, this year is a good year to be picking up cards. I'm so glad things slowed down. Like it's just like literally like how the heck are we supposed to keep going like with all these new sets coming out? It had to come to a head. It had to happen. And now with this AI, like that's out there, the artificial intelligence, the chatbots and everything that can generate magic cards. Now there's like huge layoffs happening at Wizards. Ah, enthralling Victor. Enthralling Lightning Mare. Oh my gosh, what a card. I had to look at that for Impending Doom. Had to take a second look at that. Annex. This was actually a card that I thought was good, but maybe it's not. Annex. Valve Lightning. Dragon Mantle. Oh, bunch of stuff, eh? We got lots of bees. Bees are big. Brimstone Volley. Ooh, lot of bees. Dragon Mantle. Gates Ablaze. Breaches. Stone Fury. Slaying. Later, Twiz. Gotta run. Take care. Thanks for stopping by for chat. To hang out for a few. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot, Twizzler. We'll see you over at your place sometime soon for a game, a duck race, something. I have to keep my racing feet on. Bro D, the Thumbless, good AI MTG card art. I know, right? Funny but not funny because I need my thumbs. How am I supposed to pick my nose without my thumbs? What? What did you say? Yeah, you gotta get the thumb up there. That's how you. No. Gross. R. A. Acrone Crusader. Fiery Temper. Fiery Temper 3 damage card is madness. Here's a card that's madness. Fiery Temper. Molten Birth. Archon Crusader. Faithless Looting. I think this card's still banned. Raid Bombardment. Generator Servant. Thermal Alchemist. Ingot Chewer. Mad Prophet. Soul's Fire. Arena Athlete. Reckless Worm. Night Bird's Clutches. Reckless Charge. Ingot Chewer. Chewing on the Ingots. Athlete. Thermal Alchemist. Nightbird's Clutches. We're kind of flying now. The Kirk already has that spot. All right. Not a profit. Fiery Temper. Theros of Chaos. Pyrophoria. Pyrophobia? Pyrophobia. Skirk Shaman. Mind Collapse. I guess is it, I've never like, this is the other thing about events, like sitting down at a vendor and like bringing all your cards and like having them go through them. I guess if you, I would assume like a fellow like Ed Dual Brain would have had you would know what your stuff is worth already and roughly what you're looking for it, right? Like you would already have a sweet buy list sort of prepared, but like to go there with like a box of like, okay, let's buy list this stuff and then have them price it all out for you. Like that seems like a long process. Like people will go to events. Like when I go to events, I'm like always stoked to play, right? And then usually I'll have a card on my mind. It's like I'm not leaving the event until I get this card from one of the vendors, like a one or something sweet, right? Because you can usually find it. Last time I went to um, a local event, it was like trying to get that Mox Ruby, which like I finally found one and was able to trade into it. And I'm like, okay, I'm trading into this. I want to trade in Soul Ring, a couple other cards, and yeah, and then I picked it up. But like to sit there for like hours, some people spend hours, you know, evaluating card, and you know, I just to me I just I've never actually been able to do that. I just either mail it in or usually I want to be playing or I'm registered in an event. So to me, I never understood that because I'm like, why would you come here to sit at a table and price cards? But that's just naive Brody, you know, who had uh never taken the time to go through and recycle some of the collection. Terror of the Peak. No, Terror of the Fairgrounds. Buy listing all day, bro. People were sitting there for hours buy listing all day. I know, right? Always more likes than you have streaming. You have superb friends. Aw, thanks. I'm super lucky. Wow, 10 folks watching. How you guys doing? It's the weekend. We're just doing a little buy listing with Brody. We're going through card collection, welding sparks. Look at all the welding sparks we can make. Arborback Stomper, what are you doing in here? Get out of here. Wayward Giant. Looks like some of this is already kind of meteorically alphabetized. Territorial Forger, Salivating Gremlins. Appreciate all the chats, you folks. It's cool that you guys can spend a little time with me. I'm trying to grow the subscriber count. I am over on Twitter. I started a Twitter account. I think I have one follower. Zenaid Zebex. She's a cosplay person, so I got one follower over there. I got 8 people watching on Rumble who I have no idea who they are because nobody leaves me comments on Rumble. So I have no idea, but that's cool. There's 8 more folks over there. More and more like everything. If you're a YouTuber, if you have a YouTube channel, um, I would suggest just go over to Rumble and start yourself a Rumble account. It's free, and you can link your YouTube account to your Rumble account so it automatically, and this is what I'm currently doing, it automatically uploads any content that I create on YouTube. It automatically uploads it over on Rumble and then it monetizes it. So even though I'm not monetized on YouTube because I'm not eligible to be monetized because they have their criteria and everything else, it's already monetized on YouTube now or on Rumble. So what, Brody? Who cares? Well, here's the reason that's important. It saves somebody else monetizing your content or holding on to your content for you until you do get monetized. So that's good. And with everything that's going on and how fast the internet changes, it's probably best to monetize your content right away on another platform. That way, it's yours and nobody else you know, can um, can sort of lock you out of it per se if you get banned or demonetized or striked or something like that. So it's probably a decent idea just to do it. It's free. So that's currently one thing that I'm doing, and the other exciting part is that it can help you grow your audience. So that's sort of a trick that I'm using just uh, to humble defector draw to. This is uncommon. It seems okay. Wonder if it's worth a buck or two. We'll have to check it. The other thing too is like you can do the same thing in multi-stream over onto Twitch, but Twitch doesn't really help you out because they're a zero growth platform, which means they don't do shit to help you. They don't do the dishes to help you. They don't do dishes to help you. You're all on your own. So that's the way it goes with Rumble. Rumble's neat. A lot of you are almost at 200. What's that mean? I know, right? 200 subscribers. What up, Brody and everyone? Richie Dubs is in the house. Or no, wait, that's John Favreau. Folks, John Favreau's in the house. The writer, the creator of the Mandalorian series on Disney Plus is here. Can you believe it? You can tell by the mustache. I see you trying to hide behind that mustache, saying your name is Richie Dubs, but we know that it's you, Richie Dubs. How you doing, friend? Nice to see you. Today it's the weekend. Brody's sorting cards, hanging out with the fans and the folks. I'll start a rumble. Why not? It's free. It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm still hoping MTG Pogs are included in the secret layer. MTG cards in review. I just missed your comment. I'm coming back to it. I think it depends on the quality of cards you're working with and the amount of time and energy you're willing to put into the effort. Absolutely. I think yes. Now this is the thing. I went to it like here's you want to talk about here's I'll get real with you folks for just a minute. You want to talk about windows of opportunity. Okay, so here's a story for the 10 of you folks watching, a great one. This is a few two I'll give you two instances where there was an opportunity that happened right in front of me and for whatever reason I just let it go by. Um, once was at the same event that I picked up the Mox Ruby, and oh, things were doing good. I had some cards to buy list and everything else. I had some trades, so I mean, if I was picking up a Mox Ruby, obviously, was things were doing it was such a time where things were okay, right? So as I'm standing there, there's this guy, and I'm like, yes, I got this ruby. I'm like making a deal on. This guy's pointing at this box of legends and the price on the box of legends was like, I want to say 17,000 Canadian. So 17,000 Canadian is what the price on the box of legends. That's about 13,000 US, okay? And he's like, "Hey, I'm waiting for my friend to get here who's got the money for the rest of the half of the box. We're splitting it." And like the guy's like, "Nope, not until like I see the money, right?" I'm like, "Wow. If somebody would just show up with like the other half the money, then we could open this box of legends." We're like, well, that sucks. Okay, see you later. And then like a year later I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should have been like, let's not get the Mox Ruby, instead let's split this box of legends, because like, I mean, we're almost there at this point if you got half the box, right? So yeah, that happened. And then like later on, like Legends just went insane, right? I'm like, man, I could have split a box of Legends with even one or two guys. Like, I mean, it can't be that hard to find, you know, a few people who want to open the whole box if this guy's got wants half a box himself, right? So shoulda, coulda, woulda. The other story is, wow, that's nuts, right? I know it's a nuts story. So I know I'll never forget it. So that was one of the bad beats. I did get the Mox Ruby, right? So every time I look at the Mox Ruby, I look at it and I go, it could have been you or half a box of Legends. But or whatever it would have been worked out to some packs of Legends. But it would have been a good opportunity to get some packs of Legends because now I would be able to like, yeah, it's just you never can tell, right? I was more interested in completing the Power 9. I was like, this is the last piece of power I need, and then I have all nine, and like I'm not finishing. You got to finish it. So the other one is getting the first piece of power. That was when I went to buy my first piece of power, and this years ago. I look in I'm making a deal. I go in and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for a Black Lotus. And the guy's like, yeah, great. We got like six of them or however many we got. Which one do you want? And I was like, well, I want to make a deal. And he's like, well, I got to call the owner of the store in. He'll be right here. And, I had some stuff I wanted to trade and, I wanted a deal on one. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy it, but I want to be able to look at him. He's like, we got to get the store owner in here. He's the only guy who can wheel and deal on that card. And I'm like, sure, sounds good. Bro, I was buying antiquities packs for my LGS for $60. They had a box. That's 3,600. Oh my god, I should have got it all, right? Yeah. So like just imagine it was worst Legends box you ever dodged a bullet, right? Just imagine that's right. Richie does. I'm gonna imagine it was the worst Legends box ever. And then I dodged the bullet. Right? Yeah, so then when you see stuff like this, you're like, oh look, the store's like, we have Portal 3 Kingdoms, and it's like, how much are the packs? I'm like, I'll just take all of them, right? Ah, right. So then, yeah, you see stuff like that. Then later on, you come a little wiser, and you're like, okay, well, I'm not gonna, uh, I'm not gonna let that, I'm not gonna let that. I want to see if anyone notices. I'm not gonna let that go. Check what I got here. I got myself one of these sweet, five fives. Dun dun dun. So, back to the story. Uh, as the story goes, I'm standing there. I'm trying to make a deal on this Lotus, and like the guy's not in, so I'm standing there and I'm looking around. And in the showcase, there's like, I'm not kidding you, I lost count at 40 copies of Bizarra Baghdad, and they were like anywhere from 250 to 450 bucks, just depending on condition. And there was a lot of them. Like the freaking one of the showcases, it was like the Bazaar of Baghdad showcase. They just had so many of them. So I'm sitting here waiting for the guy to show up. I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, Bazaar of Baghdad, like they got enough of those. Like, I mean, and I didn't really understand how good the card was because I'm just like picking up my first piece of power. So I make a deal on the Lotus with the guy and I'm super stoked. Same sort of feeling as like getting like, okay, this is the card I'm here to get. Just stay focused, get the card, and like don't be distracted by the other shiny things on the wall. So then as we're wrapping up the deal, thanks, everybody's happy, pay the man. Um he looks, he goes, do you need any bazaars? And I'm like, no, I don't. You try and flog your bazaars someplace else. I don't need any bazaars. Port Razor. Deals damage to a player. Untap each creature you control after combat phase in addition to combat pre-port version or attack this turn. This is an orc pirate. This could be good. It's a commander card though. So I'm like, okay, so now looking back, I had the choice of one Black Lotus or 10 Bazaars on that same, like for what I paid for the Lotus, right? It could have been one Black Lotus or 10 Bazaars. Literally, I could have been like, screw the Lotus. I don't want it. I'll take 10 of your finest Bazaar of Baghdad's. But no, I was just like, I walked away from him and was just like, nope, don't need it. And then this is like before the first Rudy buyout of Bazaar of Baghdad. And about a month or so later, boom, all the Bazaars are gone. Now, from the market at large, like it just everything got bought out, right? Everything everywhere. Spit Flame, I don't know if that's good, but whenever a dragon enters, it could be $1. Sabira. So yeah, it goes to show you never can tell. So it's almost worth having a little bit of exposure to certain cards, but not too much, right? Like now, one Neheb the Eternal. I think I have a couple of these. It's the commander card as well. He's definitely good. Neheb, the Eternal. Oh, no on the 10 Bazaar. That's crazy. I said no to the 10 bazaars. That's right. I could have got 40. They had so many of them, you know. I have one of them rare DB planeswalkers. I got my saga box at 3 at least. I should have got it. Mr. Burton, never can tell. That's right. You never can tell. And the Heb, I'll throw them in there. You never can tell, right? So it's just what it does, and like I can't beat my like Richie Dub says. Just think of it. That's the worst bizarre. That was those were all fakes, right? They must have been all fakes. Dodged a bullet there. Almost got talked into some shady Chinese knockoff bazaars. Glad I didn't do that. Oh, but what it does is it kind of jades you or wakens you up to your surroundings, you know, so that you might spot that again next time. Like when Ed and I are tripping around the floor at Magic 30, right? Looking at he's like, "Hey, you want to see the most awesome item in the whole show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Come with me." And he just takes me over to the one vendor shop that has, said item, the neck breaker. Let's go breaker rider. So you could walk around that whole event and never see it if you weren't looking for it, but just because you know what you're looking for, it's like, hey, there's a box of antiquities, or there are Arabian Nights sitting there that, like, yeah, it's really expensive, but is it? Like, it's like it's sitting there. If you want it, like, all you have to do is mm, make it happen, right? So like that's another example of like situational awareness. Like if you can walk into an event like that and be like, okay, here is the single most impressive item that nobody sees. That's a skill. Um, Ed's got it. I know he does. I've seen it in action. It's pretty interesting. Brody does not go to Home Depot or any improvement store. He always sets the stud finders off and gets kicked out. Sad story. OMG. You're so you're so kind. You're too kind. Super fast. Best thing from Magic 30 was what Ed bought on the side. My opinion. I still have to get it framed, Cosmic. Love to see that box. Right? Arabian Nights box, sick time, right? No, it's all good. Like it's like that you can't go back in time, but people say, "Oh, if I had a crystal ball, if I could go back in time." Like you only get, you only get the time that you're given, right? So make the most of it. Keep your eyes open. Try and smell the roses, I suppose. I suppose is act of treason, goblin gathering, gore clan wrecker. Let's see how fast we can go. Storm strike, gravel, cavalcade to calamity, spear skewer, feral, nest robber, stampede, thrill of possibility, seven dwarfs, ogre errant, seven dwarves again, red cap raiders, blood rain, blood haze wolverine, infuriate, thrill of possibility, escape velocity, Satyr's cunning. I still have to get it framed. Framing on down the line. Oreds of Mountains Blaze. Irrelevant Revelers. On-crop invader. Bulwark Giant. That's the one that gains you 5 life. Kind of good in a life gain deck. This Bulwark Giant, it's in white, so it's not supposed to be in here. But a 3/6, big butt on the Giant. Blocks for days. Burning Prophet, Sanctum of Shattered Heights, Bone Pit Brute, Heartfire Immolator, Heartfire Immolator, Scorching Dragonfire, Goblin Wizardry, Nahiri's Stoneblade, Cyclops Electromancer. That Cavalcade of Calamity, I don't know, that might be worth $1 or two. I'll have to check it out. Sitting in the uncommon slots. Chandra's Triumph, Bolt Blend, Dreadhorde Trims, Heartfire, Goblin Assailant, Mizium Tank, Goblin Assault Team, Honor of the God Pharaoh, times two. Hmm. Spontaneous Artist, Ruinous Gull, Fall of the Hammer, Epiphany Storm. Creature has red, tap, discard to draw. Bolt of Kyranos, Coastline, Samut Sprint, another decent card. Fling, Bolt, Merchant Bale, Skull something Ogre. The coolest part of Magic 30 was watching our friends gather and unite in friendship. Indeed. He's talking about the Tempest wrapper. Never see that in person by before, only Weatherite ones. Very true. Yes, the Tempest wrapper. Priceless memories. The Tempest wrapper I'm drooling over in my dream. Not the insanely overpriced proxies for sure. I think the star of any show is finding sealed product of your favorite set. Yeah, man. I need to get it framed already so I can hang it up. Recently got a couple cool set release cardboard hanging thingies for Saga and Mercadian Mass. Oh, I like sealed product. I'm lucky to have some sealed product, some older stuff. Mad Ratter, Burning, Sir Kara, Embereth, and maximize velocity. Maximize the velocity. Sizzling something or other. Tuk the Rubble Fort. Teeter Peak Ambusher. Royal Eruption. Scorching Rider. Rock Scorcher. Royal Eruption, Sorcerer Thing, Akum Hellhound, Synchronized Spellcraft, Spacer? There's our Dreadheart Arcanist. Here's a card that like this card this is a card that kind of makes me laugh, and I'll tell you why. Seventh sealed booster box is out of my reach now. All good, just 7 cards away from the near mint foil set. Wow, 7th edition foils. Here's a card that Dreadhorde Arcanist, when I this came out, I was like, this card is so good. It is amazing. It's better than Snapcaster. And people are like, no, it's not. And then like I was playing it, nobody cared about it, and then boom, it got played in Legacy and it became so good. I think it even got itself banned. Or people like just didn't know how to deal with it. It's darn good. I really like the Dreadhorde guy. He might even be banned right now, but again, that's an I told you so card. Just like Ledger Shredder was the same. Like I seen it in my pre-release. I'm like, this card's good. I want to buy more. And people are like, nah, it's okay. And then like sometimes you're right and you're just early. And being early is like it's only good if Rowan, the fearless spark mage, maybe she's a mythic planeswalker. It's only good if you're willing to like stick to it and like pick up a couple of copies. Never be afraid to think a card is good when it's new and it's cheap. Don't let the price fool you because um that's what happens. Some cards come out and they're overpriced before they even hit the store. Before like they'll be selling them on pre-release, pre-order, and like then they just go down. And some cards like Pitiless Plunderer, they have a lifespan to them which is far beyond the set they were printed in, and they're still good. And like if you liked it then, you probably still like it now when it's 14 bucks. So if you like a card, just don't let anybody tell you you shouldn't like it. You like what you like. Like what you like. Rip Scale, Soul's Fire. It's only cheap because you didn't break it yet, right? Yeah. I was 5 and 1. Unfortunately, I remembered. Super fast. Dual Brain will find a pristine Alpha Black Lotus just out of reach. LOL JK. Was a Beeb 2 years old. Aw, I was 2. 37 years ago today, the shuttle Challenger launched and met with tragedy. 1986, I'm sure a few of you remember. Oh, wow. I would have been 4. That was today, hey? Wow. Well, thanks for that bit of history there, MTG Cards Review. History is good. Interesting. History. Do you ever guys watch like guys read books or watch any forensic historians? Richard Grove. Does anybody know who Richard Grove is? He's a historian. History is pretty good. Forensic historian. Nahiri's Brute. Nyxborn Brute. Chaos Warp. Here's a card. I should take this out of the sleeve. Yes, cards. I remember that. I was watching on the library at school. Holy smokes. Take care, homies. I'm leaving for the chat. Okay, Cosmic. We'll see you, Stefan. Have a good weekend. My friend convinced me that Tarmogoyf was bad and ripped it up after thinking it was good. Then found out it was really good. Facepalm, right? Oh my god, I know Twiddler was around 14. Cosmic Seeds. Oh my god, you're right. Tarmogoyf, that's no good. Rip it up, right? If you like a card, if there's something about it, just stay like keep it. Don't let anybody tell you to rip it up. Oh, that's terrible, terrible thing. Terrible story. I'm so sad. Sad to hear that. Bond of Passion, Underworld Breach, Dreamstalker Manticore, Fluminid Cyclops, Impulsive Pilferer, Rubble Belt Recluse, Burn Bright, Demolish, Lava Stub. These card sorting bins are awesome. Like I get these little, had these given to me, um, Linderers. Oh man, Tortoise. That's a, that's a terrible beat. Man, Rimrock Knight. Well, Stefan, are you gone yet? Are you still gone? Is he out of here? Barge in. Fling. Ogre Aaron. Redcap, I appreciate your time spent over here while I sort cards and ramble on about things, stuff, and anything that's on your mind. Everyone is welcome here on the channel. Uh, keep it, try and keep it PG. Bob, or you said you got a MTG. Bob said he was going to fire up a Commander Raids game here. Um, I do got to make some room for more cardboard. Hijack. Firebolt. We're going now. We're moving now. What is that? All the red? Is that all the red? Did we do red? Did we red out? There's going to be some more somewhere, but that's red. So now what I can do is this is all the red. So everything else after this is everything after this is going to be a different color. So let me just move this here for a secondo. Let me just move this over here for a second, dear. And then we'll grab the red bin and then we'll start like we'll we'll show you what I'm talking about. Oops. All right, so here's the red bin. Oh, the red bin. This is red stuff. This is all the red stuff. I'll try and show you the front of the bin, but they are I got these. This was a Christmas present, birthday present from Mrs. Alfonso. She had these custom made for me. I'm so lucky. This is the red one. I've got one for each color. And this is it's engraved, I guess, in CNC. Favorite card is now kind of silly, but I really like unexpected results. I gave all my cards from when I was a kid to my ex's younger brother. I had no clue they could have value. Hey kids used to put baseball cards in their bike spokes and make cool sounds. Some of those cards could have been valuable today for sure. I played Tempest Forward for maybe 2 years. I don't know. But dude, them bikes sounded like they had a motor. Used to put soda can on my a soda can. Yeah, if you could get it to, you could crush the can and you could get it to like stick on there, then you're good. Yeah, so there's the red box. All right, so we're gonna go now. I gotta start putting stuff into their designated homes, and then we'll have a look to see like what we got in here. Like this is all the red stuff. Yeah, Ancient Grudge, Anger, Anzarum Ruins, Atog, Amplifier, Act of Treason, Alicia Smiles at Death, more Ancient Grudge, Anger, Acrona, Act of Treason. This is all red. A Alibaba. This is all A's. Ancient Grudge. How many copies of that do we have? We got one. We got two copies of Anger of the Gods. Is that the original Alibaba? It is. It's also in another language. Alibaba Arabian Nights in German, I think. Beschwörung von Alibaba. Pretty cool. Those bins are cool. Crushed under the brake mounts, right? Yeah. So yeah, so the I wonder Ancient Grudge, destroy an artifact with flashback. This was I used to play this in lands because you could flash it back. Um, let's see what else we got here. So that's all the A stuff. Then the B stuff. Oh, do have a ball lightning. B stuff. So let's see here. Let's take a look at the A's. We got a braids, Arena Trickster, a Coon Hellhound, Oncrop Invasion, Act of Treason. There's another Abrade. Acrone Crusader. Anax. Aravax. This Akun Hellhound. How many copies of that do we need? Not that many. A braid. How many copies of a braids do we need? Ancient Grudge. Oh, there's another one. All right, we're doing good. Arms Race. Alina, Kessid Trapper, a couple of those. Oh yes. Area of Flame, that's a mythic in foil. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you put a verse counter on it. Then it deals damage equal to the number of verse counter to target creature or planeswalker. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent gains 10 life. I'll have to check if that's worth a buck or two. Maybe I can send that in. And then Abrades, I got a lot of copies of Abrade, so maybe I can just keep a couple playset and then get rid of a few of them. Ancient Grudge, also another Coon Hellhound, another more copies of Abrade. So again, how many copies of Abrade do I need? One, two, three, four, five, six. I got 7 copies here, and that doesn't even include what's already in the modern sideboard because I know I'm playing it in modern. Alina, Ancient Grudge. I should take a look. I got a couple of copies of Ancient Grudge. This Akun Hellhound is just kind of garbage. Got too many copies of him anyway. Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge. Where's the other ones? Ah, right here. Ancient Grudge. At least a couple copies of Ancient Grudge. Do we care about the foil abrade? I don't know. Area of Flame. Let's throw that in the buy listing box. See if we get $1 for that. A couple bucks. Maybe this foil abrade can go in there. From Double Masters. Sometimes the foil ones are worth $1. Why not? Grudge is still good in modern Cyborg. It is. Grudge is good. What else we got in here? Oh, we got some booster packs. We got some. Oh, we got a couple packs of legends in here. Got some legends boosters. What else we got in here? Legends packs. a couple packs. Got some Portal 3 Kingdoms in here. Got some old Portal 3 Kingdoms. Spirit of the Night. For some reason, I enjoy watching you sort cards more than I enjoy sorting my own cards. Yeah. What else is this here? Oh, I got some eyeball candy for you folks. A bunch of people left, so I figured I'd show you guys something cool. Got some Legends, just some booster packs. Oh, we got some packs of the Dark here. Booster packs of the Dark. Oh, some old booster packs. Some neat stuff. And oh, got some Destiny. Urza's Destiny. Couple packs of Destiny. Ooh, wonder what's going on in there. All right. P3K packs. You betcha. Yeah, I got a couple. I got 4 packs of P3Ks. I know. This is funny. There's actually I have a video on this if you want to. I speaking of riding your bicycle, I went down to the store on my bicycle and I knew they had some P3K there. So like this is a few years ago. I went down there. They had 4 P3K packs in a box. So I'm like, okay, I'll grab the box. Wait, what? Legends packs? Oh God, I know, right? There's a couple of loose Legends packs in there. Yeah, I can't help myself. We should open a pack of Destiny. Urs of Destiny. Some spicy spice. Should we open this? Anybody still watching? I don't know. Could be. Let's decent pack, eh? Mm, maybe we'll have to put that right there. The dark packs. I know. I never got to open any when I was a kidlet, so now they look pretty tasty. Keep the ancient grudges. Atog, Anger of the Gods, Anzer Ruins, Amplify. Okay, I'll throw all the A stuff in the A stuff. And then B. What do we got for B? B. What begins with B? We're keep it sealed. Wait, Legends packs. I remember opening dark packs. Keep it sealed. Keep it sealed. Yeah. Oh wait, keep it sealed. Should we keep this sealed? Should keep this sealed. Keep it sealed. Okay, we'll keep it sealed. Keep it sealed. Let's check out the B's. What do we got in the B's section? So this is how I do it. I go A, then B. It's pretty lame, right? But it helps me find the cards I need when I'm building decks, right? Boom or bust. Man, destroy target lands. You control. I was playing that in Mardu land destruction. Barge in. Is there anything in here? Blur of blades. Blur of blades. Brazen buccaneers. Bloodhound, Barging Surgeon, Blur of Blades. Put a 1/1 counter, -1/-1 counter on target creature. Blur of Blades does 2 damage to his controller. Balduvian Horde. Browbeat. That's an interesting card. Balduvian Horde. Oh my god. It was supposed to be the new Jazam Dijin, but never was. The Brute from Legends. Uh, Brand of Ill Omen. Another card off of Brody's bottom 10. Love having it. Blood Moon. I think we'll probably hold on to the Blood Moon. Boil. Oh my gosh. Burning Wish. Burning Inquiry, a card that used to be good. Blood Sun. I thought this card was going to be better. When it enters, draw a card. Lands lose all abilities except mana abilities. I thought it would be better. Built to Smash. Okay. B stuff. Oh, a couple of copies of Browbeat. Maybe Browbeat's worth $1 or 50 cents. I'll have to check that up. Maybe I got 2 copies of Browbeat, so I'll throw one of those in the box. See what else we got in here. I made Ball Lightning Tribal. Built to Smash. Brazen. We got Burnout, Battle Sliver, Bloodrock Shaman, Balduvian Horde. There's the original Balduvian Horde. We don't need any other silly ones. Reprint from Alliance. Burning Shield Ascari. Crappy card from Mirage with flanking. Probably opened it. That's all my Ascaris. Yeah. Blinded Fury. Creatures lose trample until end of turn. Double all combat damage assigned to creatures this turn. That was insane card. I like the art on this burning effigy and the battle rattle shaman. Bombard, bright tusk, all the beads, eh? Anything in here? Yeah, whatever. Browbeat. So we grabbed a copy of Browbeat because we got maybe a couple of them. Bright Steel Ritual, cool goblin card that I never did get rid of. Okay, so Browbeats. We'll throw a Browbeat in the box, and then we'll got a couple more. Dream big and eat cardboard. Let's have a little looky through here. Balduvian Rage, Brimstone Thing, Barge in, Blow Your House Down. Oh my god, they had to make that a card. Breakneck Rider, Bone Splitter Sliver, Breaches, Brazen Freelooter, Bernstein, Bone Crusher Giant. There's a card. I don't know. Should I keep the Bone Crusher Giant? What do you think? It's probably playable. Throne of Eldraine, Stomp, Bone Crusher Giant. I do think it's actually worth a buck or two. Bony Boy, El Bony Boy. I think he's might be worth something, um, something, something. Okay, C. What do we got? C, C. What begins with C? Covetous Dragon. Oh yeah, there's a card off the bottom 10. Covetous Dragon, that's 6/5. Chaos Harlequin, another card off Brody's bottom 10. Crimson Kobolds. Chain Lightning, we'll probably hold on to that. Chandra, Pyrogenius. Chandra the Pyrogenius. Carbonize. Bone Crusher's playable, but no value. Carbonize. Crash. This is a card that I think is good from Mercadian Mask. If you could get this in foil, you may sack a mountain instead of paying Crash's mana cost. Destroy target artifact. The foil version of this is worth money. Anything that has an alternate base Bone Crusher is 50 cents. Cool. So I got the Throny Bone one. Should probably be at least 50 cents. Crash. Good card from Mercadian Mask. Crack the Earth. Here's a card. That's what we used to play. I used to play Snap, Crackle, Pop with Darksteel Citadel, Crack the Earth, and Boomer Bust. Turn 1, Land Destruction. Each player sacks a permanent. Turn 1. Cavalcade. I wonder if that's worth a buck or two. Crash Through, Channeler, Cobble Brew, Crown of Fury, Chandra's Defeat. These defeat cards in foil? Combat Celebrant. Here's a card. Combat Celebrant hasn't been exerted. You may exert it in attacks. If you do, untap all other creatures you control after this phase. There's an additional combat phase. This is a cool card. I don't know if I want to get rid of the one and only Combat Celebrant I have, but it might be a decent card. Combat Celebrant. Let's pull it out. We might be celebrating combat today. Unless we're playing like that with a Mirage deck or something that where you take multiple combats, like the Combat Celebrant. Is that worth a buck or two? Crackling Perimeter, Cinder Wall, Cave People, Conquer. That was like Crimson Honor Guard, Vampire Knight. Jeez. Maybe that's a card. I don't know. Take it out. We can always look. We can always look it up. Conflagrate. Ugh. Here's a card that Dredge plays it. It might be worth a couple of bucks. Crumble to Dust. I got 2 copies of Crumble to Dust from Zendikar. In case I could get. Does it have haste? The combat celebrant? No. It needs, but Samut Sprint can fix that. I got 3 copies of Crumble to Dust. Maybe I should buy list 1 or 2. Could buy list one of them. Captain Lannery Storm. Are people still playing Lannery Storm? Like, does anyone care about Captain Lannery? Pirates? Let's pull her out. Chandra's defeat, captivating crew. This was a rare target game. I don't know. It could be just a junk rare. Okay, that's the seas stuff. Oh, the seas. That's the seas. Deceive me. Let's see here. Let me see here. No pun intended. All right. The seas. You see, all Brody's got. These are mint condition copies of Earthbind. Actually, these are not all the copies of Earthbind. I went through my collection to find Earth. I was like, holy, this is not all the Earthbinds that I have. I have. Oh, I opened a lot of Earthbinds. Okay, in revise. I turns out I had like a lot of them, and uh, I'm just gonna keep them. So that card's seen a lot of hate. Champion of the Flame, Chandra's defeat, Crash Through, Cartouche, Sad Mom Hug, Cleaving Sliver, Cathartic Reunion, Assaulty, Chaos Warp, and then some more C cards over here. Dubs knows best. Chaos Warp, maybe. Champion of the Flame, Coastline Marauders, Claim, Chandra's Triumph, and the Slipper, Cathartic Reunion, Sad Mom Hug. D's. D's. What begins with D? Of course, our favorite thaumaturgist in the game, the Dwarven Thaumaturgist. Another copy of the bottom 10. Direfleet Daredevil lets you cast stuff from your opponent's graveyard. Gee. Ixalan. Pretty interesting card. Dwarven Armorer. This is a card that is on the bottom 10, and I got plenty of copies of that. More Thaumaturgist, the Dwarfy Boy. Switching creatures' power and toughness. The Dragon Egg. I don't even know. Detonate, Dragon Whelp, Disintegrate, Deep Worthy. Another foil Dragon Egg, probably from a Dragon's deck. Dwarven Catapult, Demolish. More Dragon's Eggs. Buccaneer. A Buccaneer. How much is that corn? It's a Buccaneer. Double Cleave. You can cleave once, you can sleeve twice, or you can double cleave and double sleeve. Demolish, Dragon Hatchling, Dwarven Vigilantes from friggin' Visions. Awesome art on there. Demolish. I know a 4 mana creature that you have to untap with isn't usually good. Yeah. Unless it has. Oh, Dreadhorde Arcanist. We got copies of the Dreadhorde boy. Is he worth anything? He might be. Let's take him out. Desperate Ritual. Splice onto Arcane. We got more of these Desperate Rituals. Dragon Fodder. Making dragon tokens. Dual Caster Mage. 2 of them. Do we dual casting? Let's take him out. Dual Shot. Maybe we could, like, maybe we could part with one. Double Cast. Got 2 copies of Double Cast. It's like, I don't know. Dual Caster Mage again. We want to. Does Brody double cast a lot of stuff? I don't know. I guess he does. Guess he likes to think he does. Demolish, Dinosaur, Death Spark. Look at this. Like, run right through the dome on the Death Spark, right? Isn't that insane art? Boo. Like, if somebody getting a spark through the dome. Uh, Disrupt Decorum. Goad all creatures you don't control. There's a commander card. Let's take it out. Desperate Ravings, Dinosaur Stampede, Dwarven Nomad, Dwarven Scorcher, Destructive Tampering. And then what else we got here? Demolish, Dragon Mantle, D Dual Shot, D Dual Shot. I just know. Manticore, Dragon Egg. We got so many of these Dragon Eggs, right? There's even more Dragon Eggs. See, it's like how many Dragon's Eggs does Brody need? Got too many Dragon's Eggs. Desperate Ritual, another one. Holy, look at the Dreadhorde Twins, Dragon Eggs, Demolish, Dragon Eggs. I think we should just get rid of some of these. Dismantle. Destroy an artifact that had counters on it. Dragon Mantle. Dragon Mantle. Demoralize. Another Desperate Ritual, Desperate Ritual, Desperate Ritual. Dragon Mantle, Dragon's Egg, Dismantle, Daybreak Combatants, Dargo, Desperate Ravings, Dragon Egg, Dual Shot. Okay, so we got like a dozen eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 there. Um, Probably just gonna get rid of some of these because there's too many. Oh, there's some more B cards over here. Let's go back. Bonded Horncrests, Brazen Scourge, Brar and Bright, Breaches. Maybe that's a 50 cents. I don't know. 25 cents. Balduvian Rage. When we start the buy list. So the Brotherhood's End. Hot new card. Hot new card from the Brohams War. And then the Seas. Catholic Union. Crimson Fleet Commodore. Cavalcade of Calamity. I don't know if anyone's playing that card, but let's take it out. Uncommon. Claymore Shaman. Claim the Firstborn. Didn't somebody send one of those over to Ed? Was it? Oh, Conflagrate. There's a card. That might be worth a couple bucks. Modern card, right? Conflagrate. I feel great. Conflagrate. J. Dwarven Thaumaturgists. D is for Dwarven. It's good enough for me. Thaumaturgist starts with D. Direfleet, Daredevil, why not? Let's throw it in there. The Demolition Team. Earthbind. Eidolon, the Great Revel. Are we keeping Eidolon? How many Eidolons do we have? Eidolon, Eidolon, Eidolon. I got 3 Eidolons. God, Red Burn. Am I a Red Burn player? Do I need 3 Eidolons? I don't know. M25. He used to be a lot. Let's pull one out. Maybe we can buy less than Eidolon. An Electrostatic Bolt. Eidolon's pretty good. Let's see what they give us for an Eidolon before we can always put it back. We can always put it back. If Eidolon's high, we'll maybe send another. Electro Dominance. Here's a card. Ha ha ha. Here's a card that I thought was good, but nobody liked it. X damage to any target. You may cast a converted from your X or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. Is that a decent card? What was the Indomitable Creativity? Maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of. Electro Dominance. Anybody playing Eidolon is great in Pioneer and Modern. He is. Electro Dominance. Does anyone care? I got 4 copies of Electro Dominant. Shield Breaker. Electrostatic Field. This was the wall. The field that does 1 damage. Electro Dominance. Let's pull one out just to see if it's worth anything. The other one that was Indomitable Creativity. Let's see if we got that in here. Because that one that one was a namesake deck. Imperial Recruiter. We got two. We got the one from Judge Foil. God, this is a reminder. Like Imperial Recruiter in foil, but then like the reprint that killed it, right? Incendiary Sabotage, Inventor's Apprentice, Impact Tremors. This is a fun card. I used to play this. Impact Tremors is good. Ingot Chewer, Inferno, Incendiary Sabotage, Incinerate, Immolation, Lathless. Whenever a non-token dragon is the battlefield and you draw a card, create a dragon token. She might be a buck. Let's pull out Lathless. I'm looking for Indomitable Creativity. I wonder if I have it. Because it's a card that I think was playing with the Archon decks. Ilharg, the Raise Boar. I don't know. Mythic from War of the Spark. Inescapable Blaze. Can't be countered. Infernal Plunge. Impending Doom. Iron Crag. Thingamajig. Nevertheless, no indomitable creativity, but that's okay. Let's go to the E's here. Go back to E. E. Easy. We like easy. Easy. I should throw in some tunes. I had some tunes, but I couldn't get it to come up. Laughless was printed to oblivion. Unfortunately, she's been obliterated. Emerus, Shieldbreaker, Epiphany Storm, Escape Velocity, Explosion of Riches? Hello. Draw a card, then each other player may draw a card. Whenever a card is drawn this way, Explosive Riches deals 5 damage to target opponent, chosen at random from among your opponents. Wow, that seems neat. Let's see if that's worth a buck. Embereth Paladin, empty the Warrens in foil? Maybe somebody wants to empty their Warrens. Got plenty of copies of Empty the Warrens. Got a playset of Empty the Warrens. Explosion of Riches, Expedited Champion, Embereth. Okay. Some E's. The E's have it. So we got a copy of Eidolon, Fire Elemental. Oh, that's a split card. Oh, we're lucky. Fire Elemental, Fiery Emancipation. Does anybody want to do the Emancipation dance? If a source would kill damages a permanent player, deals triple from M21. Does anybody want to do triple damage? Is this something we should probably maybe let's look at throwing that in. Finale of Promise. You may cast up to one target card or run for a treasury from a graveyard and convert to mana cost extra left with pay the mana cost. All right, we don't have to pay mana cost. Let's check it out. Fires of Invention in full art. Files of Invention in foil. Falling Star from Legends. Probably not going to get rid of that, but Fires of Invention foil. Maybe we'll throw the foils in there. Some old fireballs. Fire Blast, something legacy card. This is actually good. I'll probably keep that. Fire Bolt, fire this, Fury Charm, Faithless Looting in foil. Still banned, so no one cares. All the copies of Faithless Looting. Foundry Street Denizen. Ugh, there's a card from Goblins. And foil, and let's see if we can get a buck for those. And then fork. Probably keep the fork. It's on the reserve list. It's stay in the collection. Frenzied Feet. Fling. Do we want to fling anything? Fling your thing around the town. Everybody knows what's going down. It's fling. Flame Jab. A damage with 3 trace. Do we want a jab? Jab, jab, flurry. let's see. Fireball, Flame Lash, Fire Breathing, Fathom Fleet, Fire Cannon Blast, Frenzied Raptor. Okay. So yeah, so now we're just integrating all the stuff we just sorted into Foundry Street Denizen again, popular in goblins. Fire Whip. We're just integrating all the stuff that we just sorted into Firecat Blitz into the collection and looking to see if there's anything that might be worth listing. Fiery Temper, more Faithless Looting. A card that fell out of favor. Apparently it's too good when you're casting Hollow 1 for 0. Alright. Fling, Frontline Rebel, Forge and Fire, Goblin Thing, Firebolt, Fire Elemental, Velocity. Fervent Champion. I wish that card was better. But nobody wants it. Maybe it is. Pioneer, right? The Fervent Champion? I'll take him out. Get a foily one. Full art, Flame Jab, Furnace Thing, Furnace Wilbur. Furnace Burnus. Velocity of the Wilds, Fists of Flame, Fists of Flame, Foundry Street Denizen. I don't know if we'll be going to be playing Modern Goblins again anytime soon or 8 Whack, so let's see. Firebolt, Fling, Fall the Hammer, Fissure Wizard, Flame Jab. Holy smokes. Frostbite, Furnace, Fervent Champion. All the Fs. Cool. Well, that's been a couple of hours. Hey. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's feels like we're gaining somewhere. Goblin Pile Driver. Here's more goblins. Goblin Shrine, Goblin Bomb. All the Goblin Bombs. These cards are the bomb. Bought a bunch of those. It's reserved list. Gravity Sphere. Could show you some I guess you get to look in Brody's collection. I never actually get to show anybody the collection. Goblin Caves from the Dark. Got a couple old Goblin Shrine from the Dark. Goblin Welder. That's a good card. There's another Welder. We got a playset of how many Welders do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 Welders. I can get rid of one. Which one? Because Welder is good. So we got Urza Saga, we'll keep it. Urza Saga, we'll keep it. And we got 3 from the Urzas, and then we have like the same art, and then we have the foily one. Commander. I think we keep all the same art and get rid of this guy. Keep a place out of the Goblin Welders handy for Legacy, of course. Okay, Goblin Glorybringer. Oh my gosh, Goblin Grenade, Gravity Punch, Gamble. Rabble Master, maybe foil Rabble Master might be worth $1. Ruck Egg, original Ruck Egg, Gutter Snipe in foil from M19. Does anyone want that? Greater Gargadon. Guttural Response, a card I like to play. Rabble Master again. Maybe the Rabble Master. Maybe people want the Rabble Master. Glory Bringer, bring in the glory to a hole near you. Pile Driver. This card's good from Origins. Maybe we'll pull it out. It's just, I don't think we're going to be playing. I got Foil Pile Driver, War Driver, maybe the Foil Pile Driver, War Driver, Dark Dwellers. Let's take those out. Goblin War Chief. Goblins you control cost 1 less and have haste. Sure. Goblin Chieftain. This is the one. This guy also has haste. Foil Goblin Chieftains. Okay, we got playset of Goblin Chieftains. Are we what site do you buy list on, Brody? I'm gonna be going over to Card Kingdom most likely. It depends. Or face-to-face games because they're local. Gamble. Gadrak, the Scourge. I have to see if Gadrak's worth anything. I'll probably be going to Card King. It depends what like I want to. It depends what they have stock on. I'll have to take a look and see what they have stock on over at Card Kingdom and what they have at Face to Face. But more than likely, I'll go to Card Kingdom simply because they have more selection and they got sealed product too. If I want to get some sealed product, but I'm really hoping to get. There's a Goblin King. I'll probably keep that one because it's original. Lava Daddy. Grim Lava Daddy, and the Goblin Guides, a play set. I got 3 Goblin Guides. Goblin Guide, there's 3 Goblin Guides. Foil Goblin Guide. Let's throw the goblins in. Maybe it's time to buy some goblins. We got foil playset of goblin, 3 Goblin Guides there. Giant Strength, Guerrilla Tactics, Goblin War Drums. Got a lot of Gutter Snipe in foil. He might, I don't know, he's worth $1. The Goblin Guides will probably get us something. Gorilla Shaman, this card is so freaking good. Nobody realizes how good this card is in vintage. Gorilla Shaman. Like, really. Tell me this card ain't good, Richie. It's 1 red for a 1/1. It says XX1, destroy target non creature artifact with casting cost equal to 0. And you don't have to tap it. So a Mox costs 1 to destroy. Soul Ring costs 3. Any of the Moxen, you can pay 1 to destroy a Mox. Just destroy a Mox. Right? Seems good. Any 0 mana artifact. Goblin Instigator. Genju with Aspires. Instigator. Skating and gating and instigating. We got Goblin Assassin, Goblin Chirurgeon, Goblin Gardener, Giant Strength, Gem Palm Incinerator, Grizzle Wolverine, Gutter Snipe, more Gutter Snipe. You can tell Brody played goblins for a long time, right? I won't get rid of the lords. Like there's bushwhackers too, like from Zendikar. There's another 4th goblin guide. So there's a playset of goblin guides in here, a playset of bushwhackers. Is it time? Like I guess I got the whole. I have the whole 8 whack deck at some point. Like it's got the guides, the pile drivers, pile driver in foil. You got foil pile driver. Probably let's send these to the buy list. Bushwhackers. There's a playset of bushwhackers we could send. There's goblin guides. I got a playset of the goblin guides. I know those are always popular. So maybe we can the chieftains. I don't think I'm gonna be playing 8 whack anytime soon. It's a fun deck, but I was shocked the foil LGS promo guides are only $2. Regular is 5. Which one do I have? The Goblin guides? Foil LGS promo guides are $2. Were worth a lot more. What's this one? This is a foil. Oh, I should look at see what Goblin guides worth. I might be disappointed. I'm just gonna take a quick look here, just out of curiosity, because like it was a popular card and popular in modern, and it still is kind of popular, right? So we'll see. People still play it, but it's sort of fallen out of favor. Goblin Guide, played and burn, right? Let's see, what are they going to give us for it? What one we have? We got the foil version, foil promo, and the Zendikar. So we got Zendikar. The OG Zendikar is $4. Man, used to be a lot more. Used to be $20. Used to be $40 in 2016. Man, Goblin Guide's not worth anything. It's $5 now. Brutal. Just seen a lot of reprints for the Goblin Guide. And then where's the promo one? $2, eh? Promo. Retro foil, no. Grand Prix, this one. Promo, the Grand Prix promo, $14. Oh, this one's actually worth something. Okay. So the foil guides, this one's worth 14. And then like the Zendikar OG Zendikar one is only worth 4. It was worth like 20, 40 bucks. So I mean, it goes to show you how far those have fallen. So far we got a bit of a stack happening here for buy lists. Like look at the stuff. We might get a little bit uh sore credit, but we're working on a little stack. We're taking sort of like the bottom half of the collection stuff that, is not super I'm not using, and Heart of Bogarden. The Heart of Bogarden, another card off the bottom 10. Got plenty of those. Maybe we'll use our store credit to get some more Heart of Bogarden or Hammer of Bogarden. Heart Wolf, Harmonic Pen, Hijack, Hurricane Scissor, Haven Goal Vampire, Hurling Miniature, Hazaret. There's a Hazaret. Wonder if Hazaret's even $1. Frick, does anybody even play Hazaret anymore? Anyone played Hazaret? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Hazaret from Amonkhet. It used to be a hell of a card. This is a card that like one in standard was $20. Hazaret the Fervent. Maybe we'll throw a Hazaret in the buy list. It's worth $4 or $5. So what are we? 373, $4, 370. So maybe we'll get Portaling Outburst, Harness Lightning. Oh my god, that brings me back to Hour of Devastation. I think that might be worth $1. Hour of Devastation. It's like the namesake card of the set. Hazaret's and Dying Fury. Shuffle your library, then exile top 4 cards. You may cast any non-land cards with mana value 5 or less without paying their mana cost. Lands you control don't untap. Huh. Hazaret's Undying Fury. Hazaret's Undying Fury. Haphazardous Bombardment. That's a card. Pull that out. Hellkite, Honor of the God Pharaoh. I'm gonna have to check my tokens too, because the guys are telling me that um some of the tokens are like $4. Imperial Recruiter. What's this card worth now? I wonder. I don't even want to tell you what I paid for it because this is let's just because it's been reprinted and now it's not even funny. $6. Oh my God, this is a card that was worth so much. Portal 3 Kingdoms was 160. The Judge promo is still 75, but this was like right up there with this was 250. This card was $250. This foil Judge promo. It was either you got the foil Judge promo or you got the Portal 3 Kingdoms one. And like the Judge promo was it was like one of them was better than the other, right? Like the Judge promo, the Portal 3 Kingdoms one was 400, 300, and then this one was like 120. So now it's been reprinted and this one's $74 and it's just taking a pounding. It's never going to be what it was since this one's like reprinted for $6. Sort of brutal, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you eat the dirt, sometimes the dirt eats you, right? Rage. So I'll probably hold on to the Imperial Recruiter just because it's expensive and um, the Judge promo is kind of nice. Grim Lavamancer? I think we'll keep the Grim Lavamancer maybe. Gamble, Gutter Snipe. All right, What begins with G? Gargaron, Goblin Assassin, Generator, Trailblazer, Goblin Bird Carrier, Goblin Gird Grapper, Gripe Shot, Trailblazer, Gorklan Walker, Bug Catcher, all the goblins. Well, we're doing okay. We got a bunch of stuff to price. Like this is sort of where we're at for the buy list. That reprint equity cashed out. I was shocked The foil LGS promo guys are two. I had my biggest scan ever today. I scanned my Shaper's Sanctuary foil promo, and it said $24,000. So I checked Google because what the fuzz. TCPplayer.com has it at $24,000 or two for Shaper's Sanctuary foil. Let's check it out. I got my computer here. Let's go to Shaper's. I gotta put the apostrophe. Shaper. Shaper Sanctuary. Whenever creature you control comes to cellar effect, you may draw a card. What do we got that at? Oh yeah, Core 2020 Shaper Sanctuary, 25,000. I think you're on a little bit of the cheap side there. You should buy list that right now. See if they'll give you 25 grand for it. Holy smokes. H. Oh, Heart of Bogarden. Let's throw these H's in there. The H. Anything else? Hijack, Hobgoblin, Haunter of the God Pharaoh, Heartfire, Humble Defector, Hissing Iguana, Hungry Ridge Wolf, Horny Soul Seeker, Haphazardous Bombardment. Got a play set of the haphazardous ones. I was playing it in Pioneer, I think I was. So I mean, from Dominaria, I know it's a neat card. Like, you put the counters on things and then you put the aim counters on and then you destroy things with counters on them and shenanigans. Shenanigans. Man, we've been going for 2 hours. It's cool. Saturday. We're sorting cards, we're buy listing, we're doing it. If you thought watching paint dry was exciting, wait till you get a load of these buy listing videos that I'm going to be bringing to you folks. It's pretty interesting. Ready or not, here it comes. Watch me sort Magic the Gathering cards right here, right now. Don't miss it as I attempt to organize over 5,000 Magic cards live. So you can see me pull off the impossible, sorting through thousands of Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, well, Jackal Pup and nobody. Jaya's Immolating Inferno, Jockle Hops. Is the Immolating Inferno for Jaya Ballard Task Mage? I loved this card. I played her in Legacy. I was like, she's awesome. Maybe she's worth a buck. Jaya Ballard. Giles Immolating Inferno. Keldon Overseer, Joven, Jaya Venerated Fair Mage, Jaya Ballard, and Jaya's Immolating Inferno. We'll check those. The kobolds. K is for kobold. It's good enough for me. Kobold starts with me. Oh, I got a play set of kobold overlords. Who could say that? Hey, wow! Look at these guys. Got a play set of the overlords. We'll probably hold on to those. Kobolds of Korkeep, Kobold Taskmaster. This is the one that gives them plus 1-0. The Kobold's Overlord gives them first strike. Taskmaster, we got a play set of the Taskmasters. It looks like we're. And the Drill Sergeants. Got two Kobold Drill Sergeants. So, yeah, Brody's got all the Kobold tools. Keldon Marauders. Pretty interesting card. This is what I was playing with Impact Tremors because it's got a vanishing and it comes in, they take one, and then when it enters or leaves, they take another. So it's okay. It's okay. Kurt Ape and Foil Keldon Kindle. Kindle, Indle, 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 Indle. Cranko, Caravax Torch, Skinbrand Goblin, Keeper of Kukas. The K's have it. JK. Well, folks, I'm going to get some soup. Do you mind? I'm going to sign off here. It's been a couple hours. Get some feed going on in the weekend. I usually don't get a lot of views on the weekend, so I get some awesome, sweet, fantastic watch time and some sorting time and some buy list time. I'm going to keep you guys up to date with how the buy list keeps on going. Foil borderless lightning bolts. Wow, lightning axe. Legion loyalists. Yeah, the Legion Loyalist. Maybe he's. Let's get rid of the goblins. Leyline of Punishment. Ugh. Lava Spike. Another Loyalist. All right, why don't I just let you another Leyline of Punishment? Maybe that's a Lightning Strike, Light Up the Stage, Lightning Reflexes, Lightning Rig Crew, Lightning Mare, Lava Dart, Legion War Boss. He's worth a penny. He's got to be a Legion War Boss. How much can we get for a Legion? Legion War Boss. Legion War Boss from Guildies of Ravnica. $2. Oh, they'll give us $1 for him at the card store. Yay. I'm gonna take off, folks. So thanks. Appreciate your Saturday. It was really good to have you guys hang out with me for a bit. It went up. I know. I got to get myself a copy. Maybe I'll be trading into Shaper Sanctuary. I'll be buy listing for a long time in order to do it. It's so cool. Molten Vortex, Mana Barbs, all the M's. Mudslide, Maniacal Rage, Madcap Skills, Molten. We're going through the M's, the Elemental P's. I gotta add some of this stuff into the collection. Got the Impulsive Pilferer and a few other guys. Infuriate, Masticore, Manticore, Iron Blessing, Incendiary Article. Put these guys. Impulsive Pilferer. I also got a Restoration Angel here that might be good. So I'll let you know how it goes and what I come up with. Molten Vortex. I wonder if it's a card from Origins. Hey. Origins, good card. Mog War Marshal? Mog Fanatic? Discard a land. Molten Vortex deals 2 damage to a creature player. Seems good. Might be able to. Card from Origins, eh? All right, folks. Water Boss is $1. I like it. Cosmic Seeds. Thanks for joining, folks. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. Oh, I had a coffee here this whole time. It's cold. I'm gonna refresh my coffee. Have a bowl of soup and carry on sorting. Gotta keep going here. Oh, man, what's this in Morog? I got a Morog Fury of Akum in foil. War Marshal? I think War Marshal is $1. Mog War Marshal. No, it can't be. Mog. So we got, depending on the one you got, yeah, the Time Spiral Remastered foil is the only one that's worth anything. Eternals Masters foil. Eternals Masters 50 cents. But the Morog. I like Morog though, so I don't know if I'm gonna trade him in. Morog, Zendikar Rising. What the foil Morog? So this one here, this Morog, he is showing Planeswalker Stamp foil pre-release. The Zendikar Rising foil, this one here. $10. He's $10 for this warrior. Land enters the battlefield, you get another main phase and a combat phase. So that's the card that goes with this combat celebrant, right? That's why I was like, if you wanted to play a deck that just takes extra turns, where's that combat celebrant? Commander, right? I think that's the way one way to do it is like to go with the Mirage and the combat celebrant to take multiple combat damages. Let me combat steps. Where's the Mirage here? Or combat celebrant? Combat celebrant. Combat celebrant. This guy. So combat celebrant and Mirage, both rares or mythics, right? If it hasn't been exerted, you may exert it as it attacks. If you do and you attack, untap all the creatures and you get an extra combat phase. So then I guess what you can do is you can landfall with Mirage. You can attack then Lionfall with Morag, get another combat step, and then you can attack with the combat celebrant and exert it, and then get another combat step after that. Oh, shnikes. Check this out. So Morag says untap all creatures you control. So combat celebrant, you exert with it, right? And then when you do, you untap all creatures you control, and after that, there's an additional combat phase. Then you get to play, you get another combat phase, and you can drop a land, which untaps. I think, does that give you infinite combat steps with Morag? Because Morag says at the beginning of combat, untap all creatures you control. And then this one, like, exerts and gives you another combat step. So between the two of them, you can just take multiple combat steps. If you got enough toughness on your creatures, I think this would do it. I might want to play this. It seems fun in a red deck. I'll have to ask Murray about that because that seems like Commander, but again, I can't tell. Mog War Marshal is $1 if it's foil. All right, foil one, Mog War Marshal. So we'll throw that in the box and see how it does. Jaxus, the troublemaker. Jaya's greeting, joust, J. Jousting. You can't play a land during combat. Yeah, you can play one after combat, though. On your second main phase, you can play a land. So whenever land enters the battlefield, if it's your main phase, so your second main phase counts. There's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. So you start that combat step, and then that untaps the combat celebrant, which was exerted, which you can exert to give you another combat step. I don't know. I don't know. It's just it's too much for me. You can fetch though. Yes, you can fetch. We want to fetch. Love fetching. Fetchy fetchy poo poo. Richie Dubs, my man, Cosmic Seeds, thanks for joining. Coach, appreciate you for tuning in with me here today, this afternoon, doing a little card sorting and buy list thing. I'll let you know what I come up with from the buy list. I'm going to be at this for a couple of months anyway. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be slow grinding process of getting through all the cards. Watch me sort through 5,000 Magic cards. Oh, I think it's more than that. 20,000. Uh, Appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching Brody sort through my Magic the Gathering card collection as I prepare to send things to the buy list chopping block to anticipate something new in the collection here